find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They've got all W's on the ledger so far, a perfect 6-0.
Yeah, still a long way to go in this season, but they're showing everyone early on that they intend to be there in the end.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys back home following their international trip a week ago, so we'll see if all that traveling has any lingering effects going forward. We're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
It really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Nix. They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. Now he's free at the 35. He may go. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Ashton Genty with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So now here are the Giants as they'll get their first opportunity here. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away, because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
Right back to Tracy. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. When you look at this Bronco defense, they're a tough unit to throw against. Currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively, because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
Now it's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time, and he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. He's still on his feet. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Nix to the air. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Ashton Jeanty with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point try now from Dicker. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of catches, 62 yards.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa, who found it. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. To throw is Nix. It's a screen pass. That's complete. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off. They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought he was going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Throwing Nix. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Reed. And he's going to be a yard short. 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They're going. It's Nix. He finds his man complete. That's Reed. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. The New York set to take the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start with a run by Tracy. And a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. The Broncos are about set to go on offense. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Our first run now for Kyron Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
And the Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
To throw, here's Nix. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Ashton Jeanty doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Broncos take a 3-touchdown lead. And this is turning out to be something to monitor as this game goes along. That's now 3 touchdown catches for him here in this first half alone. Dicker down to tack on the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
Next the score.
1 play, 2 plays, touchdown. That's all it took there. A very short and sweet drive that got him in the end zone.
Cameron Dicker to kick off.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Wilson. Catch made by Slayton. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Now Wilson. To the flat. That's complete to his running back. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. On to punt, Jamie Gillen.
In punt formation for the Giants.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is fielded at the 27. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Broncos offense and Bo Nix getting set for this next possession. And he's come out of the gates hot. He's been on target with his throws, and that's reflected in the numbers as he'll look to keep it going here. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Working out of the gun is Nix. Over the middle, complete. It's Reed. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
That's good.
This is what it's been like all game long. Guys running free in the middle of the field. This defense has just had no answer for this passing game. And that's another good hookup there.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Nix. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half, backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know the funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
21-0 our score after one. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's Nix once more. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Evan Ingram, 36 yards. And the Broncos take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6.
Previous play is under review.
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Back to throw. Nix. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Ashton Jeanty on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos are able to add on to their first-half lead. Extra point try now from Dicker. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos.
Cameron Dicker to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Play action. Now Wilson. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. There's Wilson to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 17. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they had that one sniffed out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Shrugs him off. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Broncos offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver. So that
and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton, 49 yards. And the Broncos have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And able to get this out to the 25. The New York set to take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Tracy going to get it on first down. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Play action. It's Wilson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. From the gun, it's Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Wilson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Nick Bonito able to record his 5th sack of the season. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Buying time to his left. And he'll go down shy of 40 at the 41. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Jamie Gillen now on to punt. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The Broncos offense and veteran receiver Cortland Sutton getting set for their next drive. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn into gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. He's got him in, complete. A huge play there for Denver, and even 40 yards.
It's a gain of 40. That's good for a Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
Previous play is under review.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
14 yards. That's another Denver Broncos.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. 13 yards remaining on second down. Back to the air with Nix. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Dicker down to tack on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So the drive there took 6 plays. And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception.
Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And the Giants with one final possession here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Alex Singleton making the play defensively. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
In motion, Slayton. So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Starting to feel like fall outside, isn't it? Week 7 on the schedule. Let's get right into it. Our journey through the NFL starts now, and it begins at Arrowhead. The Chiefs at home to take on the Raiders in the AFC West. And it's Patrick Mahomes making the connection to Rashee Rice. An 11-yard touchdown pass. The Chiefs come away with a victory. They win by 6. From there, it's up to Minneapolis. Let's look in on the Vikings. They're hosting the Philadelphia Eagles. And this is J.J. McCarthy. It's a 59-yard touchdown. The Vikings get back to 500. They even their mark at 3-3. Lastly, let's go out to Chicago. The Bears taking on the New Orleans Saints. and it's Caleb Williams. This is one of the best runs from a quarterback you're going to see all year. Off he goes. The Bears win it in overtime by 3. With that, a look at the rest of the action going on. Remember, bye weeks are in play, so the schedule a little lighter than it's been in weeks past. Meanwhile, our game has not been all that competitive, a one-sided affair through 2 quarters, as we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Scotty, thank you as always. Well, likely 2 very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Giants offense set to begin this 3rd quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
At the 32-yard line.
They go play action with Wilson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They'll go again with Tracy. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Now it's Wilson. Has this complete to Daniel Bellinger.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Here's Wilson. Robinson's got it. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing is Wilson. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 26.
First down, Giants.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scatterboo. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results They just aren't there.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Here's Wilson. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Wilson on the keeper. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that play seemed well scouted defensively. They collapsed everything inside. Nowhere to go on the quarterback sneak. Now it's going to bring up 4th down.
Here we go on 4th down. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you, because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we're going to get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. Nix to the air. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims.
A gain of 4 brings up second down at the 7-yard line.
Now 2nd and 5. Nix from the shotgun. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. The partner is still in the 3rd quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the 4th quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
To throw is Nix. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Nix to throw again. They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. Well, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
Here's Nix. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action.
Brings up 2nd down.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. This is 2nd and 8. Throwing Nix. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way home for the Broncos score. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point try now from Dicker. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception.
Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And now out come the Giants. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
But when this game is done, the credit will go to the consistent pressure on the quarterback as a huge cause of this win. Most teams are happy if they get a few of these games per year. You know they're going to watch this tape over and over, try to identify what's working, and keep it going.
Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked up by Pat Surtain. Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest, but now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick them off for the 2nd time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly, but they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right there.
The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's an early front runner for MVP in the NFL here in the first half of the season. As you can see, he's a league leader in passing yards at this stage of the game. Now it's Nix. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
That's good for a Denver Broncos.
To throw, here's Nix. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Cortland Sutton with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Broncos are closing in now on a 7th straight win to start the year. So that is a big one, folks. Can you believe it? 8 passing touchdowns in a single game until today. That had never been done in NFL history. Dicker down to tack on the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Broncos 56.
Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he returns this to the 22. And the Giants ready to come out now. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. So So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 29.
There's Wilson to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. Yaya Diaby, he's the one who got in there. He gets the sack.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. A short throw pulled in by Bellinger. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Here's Jamie Gillen as he's on for the 5th time here today. Nifty move. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Throwing to start the drive. Nix looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sutton.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Broncos, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
1st and 10 at the 35.
They're looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A good pickup there on 1st as a screen pass gets him 8. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Looking to throw. Nix. And this one is incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw is Wilson. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now Wilson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And this is a situation where, as a head coach, you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Well, the home team's offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. That one looks like he'll throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Reed. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Pickup brings up 2nd down at the 24-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Here's Nix. Over the middle, complete. That's Reed. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And that's going to do it. With that last throw, he surpasses Norm Van Brocken's mark of 554 passing yards in one game, set more than 70 years ago, way back at... There he goes, right side! And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A huge play there for Denver. 64 yards.
Big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. They'll look to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
For quarterbacks, there are a number of ways to measure a good statistical season. This is one of them. That last touchdown pass, his 30th on the year. For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Well, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side.